Funny, like you play hundreds of games. Club cricket clubs spouting up everywhere, and it's just if they kind of see us doing so yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say we've obviously got all of these clubs and women's teams starting. One starting up through in the west of Scotland, for example, just very recently. So, what would it mean to the development of the game? Do you think if we can have a successful tournament?
Just as Sam said, it's there is a lot of good things happening for women's cricket and men's cricket in Scotland just now, and I think the women need a full member, and with that'll bring massive opportunities for both teams and for grassroots. I mean, we get more funding, you get more people in, and you can go into the schools, you can get girls, you can get boys interested in a sport that is forever grown in Scotland, but it's still not a recognised sport, I would say. I still get people, you play what? When I tell them what I play, so hopefully it'll really raise that profile for us, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a massive challenge. We've been on the receiving end a couple of times now, I think, of the losses, and it is heartbreaking, and the players that have been through it before are, you work so hard for something and just in that last moment it's taken away from you, but that's why we come back fighting, and we seem to get stronger and stronger, and as we've said before, the girls coming through are really putting us old ones in our places. I can call myself that now, and Sammy. They're really putting us in our places and making us really play and train for our places as well, so I'm excited to see what the kind of future holds for us.
Tonsol continuing.
It's so funny, in the A game last week it worked out Ailsa Lister, who's 15, that was wicket keeping for us, she was 1 when we got our first caps for Scotland. So
I didn't know that makes me, oh my god.
They're always humbling little moments like that, aren't they? Anyway, here's Sol again. Whipped around there once more by Karunaratne, a wristy batsman. And I'm delighted to report the reappearance of the sun.
Oh.
The overcast conditions have left us for the moment. The sun is back out, as you can probably tell from the screen.
Hope the commentator's curse doesn't reside with me now, Jack. It's very touch and go here at Grange. Not had the best of luck with ODIs.
Yeah. Doing the positive mental attitude thing.
Yeah, love it.
Could be worse, you could be at Stirling.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've just about thawed out from that week 2 years ago. Yeah, spinner's doing a good job here, just keeping it tight, putting the shackles on, not giving any pace to work with.
Oh,
attempted reverse sweep there. I think missed everything by the looks of things. Bit of relay work there. Red wheel. Cross takes off the bails, but nothing doing.
I'd have a massive appeal there from the square leg boundary.
So the last ball just worked away there. Get another single. Take Sri Lanka on to 93 at the end of the 18th over. Karunaratne on 31, Fernando 53. I think Scotland needing a breakthrough, Sam.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. But at the same time, I think they're doing quite well to contain it. There's not been a boundary in a while, but alas, yes, wickets would be warmly welcomed right now, I think. Scotland are looking good, though. In general, you can really tell that they just look like such a good unit at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a feature ever since really the World T20 back in 2016. I think they've really shown themselves to be the coming team of world cricket.
Yeah.
Many would say they've actually arrived.
Yeah.
It's all about athleticism and things like that, isn't it? I think we've done quite a lot, men and women, getting our kind of S&C coaches in, and big shout out to them for getting us to where we are, getting us to fit to play.
Change times, isn't it? Change times.
Definitely.
Reverse sweep there, just round the corner. Sharif picks up and fires it in.
Just think in general, Cricket Scotland, men and women have just invested so much, and it's definitely, well, the men are professional, but from the women's side of things, it's a lot more professional. We've got player agreements and match fees coming in, and our gym programs, and it does make the world of difference, really. And it's things like that which ultimately are going to make the difference when it comes to these global tournaments. We're now accountable. We have to put performances in now. We're getting the support, so it's really down to us as a unit and as individuals to, take a bit of ownership and welcome these opportunities.
Another single there, just not long gone. Yes, I mean, would it be fair to say that a big part of the culture change of the Scottish men's team was this sort of desire to be braver after the 2016 World T20? Would you say that the women's team is at a similar sort of crossroads at the moment? I was speaking to Steve Knox, who was saying that was the real kind of takeaway from the Netherlands tournament, was to look, to take chances, to look to stand up and so on. Would you say it's a kind of similar position?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think sometimes we've relied on one or two players, and they've actually got us to tournaments or where we're going. But I think now the squad, the girls aren't scared to come in and do a change-up ball. They've been working really hard on them. They're not scared to hit over the top. We've had George Munsey in doing some.
Sorry to interrupt there, just down the track, just flicked over there. Wallace fires that in. Sorry.
No, that's all right. We've had George Munsey in, helping us with power hitting. So obviously he's had some very decent results over the past few months, and we've also had some spin coaches in.
And fired to the boundary. That's a lovely shot.
And that brings up the 100 runs for Sri Lanka and the 100-run partnership between these two.
So, last ball the over again, another boundary conceded there. So, first one for a wee while actually. But 103 now off the 19th over. Takes Sri Lanka past 100. Sorry, I interrupted you once again, Lola.
You can interrupt me for a shot like that. That's okay.
Yeah, lovely piece of work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Down the track, beautiful shape there. And again. Again, just kind of reaching for that. A little was Fernando. Did the same, I think, against Brad Wheel, just reaching for a ball. Sharif, I beg your pardon, just reaching for a ball he didn't really need to. That one on his pads, just flick that away.
I say Rosie Ryan just taking a picture of us.
Rosie Ryan. Right, and good piece of work there. Over the top there from Muncie. Yeah, Fernando really starting, or looking like he's wanting to push now. Got a good platform here, Sri Lanka. That's how they use it from here on in. Yeah, doesn't use his feet a great deal, Fernando, as I've mentioned. Just the 17 times. And swept away down to the boundary once more. So yep, Fernando definitely showing that he's wanting to push on a little here, I think. That's the first boundary Tom Souls conceded. Yeah. Foot to the ball. Helped on its way. Nice piece of work. The single takes him to 66. And Sri Lanka 211 at the end of the 20th over. So in between La Manga, of course, and the global qualifier here in Scotland, venue still to be confirmed, there is an extra tournament happening as well, the T20 quadrangular in the Netherlands, between Netherlands, Ireland and Thailand, so that will give a little extra T20 opportunity there as well, Sam?
Yeah, absolutely. The more cricket the better as we lead up to the global qualifier. Good chance to you know, execute our skills, and yeah, just kind of fine tweak our sort of own game plans just in advance of that tournament shortly afterwards. But yeah, it'll be a fantastic experience. Ireland, Netherlands we know quite well. We've played Thailand a few times as well, so yeah, it'll be really good, and we'll be looking to come up trumps in that, or challenge for winning it anyway.
Yeah, so 6 more T20s, double round robin, yeah. That tournament will be, so
it's a lot of cricket. That's brilliant. It's we've never had that much cricket before, really, have we?
It's been good, isn't it? Oh, just helped around the corner.
But yeah, it's really exciting, as you were saying before about being fearless. That is one thing Noxie has kind of tried to drum into us, and that tournament will be a great opportunity.
And whipped down the track. Again, straight to McLeod there.
One of the safest
and put down, very much so.
Oh, he's the number 10 as well. Oh.
Wow. And Kevin Arantne gets himself off strike after that let off. So a third catch for Scotland goes down.
Just these 1%ers, isn't it? You can really alter a game.
It is. Using Watt bowling well behind the popping crease there. Just changing up the angle and so on. And then very wide. Thought about the single, but can't ride their luck quite that much.
I'm enjoying that all the Scotland teams in long sleeves, and there's people in the crowd that are in shorts and their short sleeve t-shirt.
Scottish summer is with us. Here's that drop, whipped around. Yeah, to McLeod's right, but
snatched at it.
Yeah. You'd back Callum McLeod 99 times out of 100 for that catch. Unfortunately, that was the 100th. So Karunaratne looks to make the most of his life there. It's Tom Sole. Just work for a single.
Will you be out to cover our stuff, Jake?
I'll be doing what I can, definitely. I'll certainly be at the Globals.
I'll put in a good word for you if you want.
Oh, that'd be nice. Hand luggage. And jabbed
I
once
don't know
again.
if I'll have that.
Out to the boundary for 6. Fernando definitely making his intentions plain in the last couple of overs or so. We're looking to kick on. That takes him on to 73. In that jabbed shot straight into the crowd. Interesting attempt at a crowd catch there. And then next ball driven straight to Kutzer. Single. One ball to come in the over. And another easy couple. So Sri Lanka looking strong here. Not helped by, of course, those missed chances, but it takes them on to 123 after 22 overs.
Yeah, it just seems like they're starting to go for it a little. Not go for it, but
push on a wee bit more.
Yeah, kick on a bit. Wickets in the shed and some good names in there still to come.
Yes, indeed.
And a change of bowling
Again,
from
the
the
bats all
pavilion
the way
in
down.
the attack, number 29, Michael Leask.
So more spin in the form of Michael Leask. See county experience with Somerset. Had a good start to the season. Now back up in Scotland with Iron 8 Forfarshire, which is his club side, and Caledonian Highlanders as well, of course.
Yeah, Kyle will be looking for him to offer something special here. I think just change things up a bit, get that breakthrough.
Yeah, partnership breaker. Very much needed, I think, here now. Oh, and first ball. See. Got hold of that and gone straight out there.
And with the first ball, his strike caught
And a very relieved looking George Munsey trots in, having taken the catch.
In the 23rd over.
It's that jab, Fernando. I did say that was going to cost him one day, and didn't quite get hold of that one. Lofted straight to Munsey. Was trotting in there. So the first wicket down. Scoring 123. Fernando out for, I have to say, a very well-made 74. Great knock from him.
The ground DJ's missed a great opportunity
And
to play some
goes for a
ABBA.
well-made 74.
Good knock that.
It certainly was. 3 sixes, 5 fours. Starting to get towards a runner ball there. Just the end of his innings was looking to push on, but perished.
For Sri Lanka is number 2, Kushal Mendes.
So Kushal Mendes, next man in. Wicketkeeper batsman. So he's got 62 ODIs to his name. Made his debut back in 2016. Over 1,600 ODI runs, 14 50s, a century as well to his name against Bangladesh back in 2017. So a useful man to have in here. Well-established test player, of course, as well. 6 test centuries altogether, including a couple in the 190s against Bangladesh in 2017 and 2018. So very, very good cricketer. 24 years old. Belligerent batsman.
Good adjective, I like that, belligerent. I'm going to use that more.
Why, thank you.
I don't know what that means.
I have a thesaurus app. So, the partnership breaker, Mr. Leach did the job first ball.
1 brings 2.
1 brings 2. So Karunaratne on strike, the batsman crossed. That one just turned off his leg square there. Single, good pick up by Wallace there. So of course, back to Scotland's women for a second. The trip out to LANKA for the qualifier won't be the first time being out there this year. So there was I think fair to say, a pretty groundbreaking initiative in terms of a training camp, a joint training camp with the men. Yeah,
there was. Unfortunately, Sam and I couldn't make it. However, I think a lot of the girls who are coming through were able to go on the trip, and you know, it can only do them well, to be honest with you. Sam and I have had the fortunate experience of being out in LANKA when they were just putting in the grass wicket.
Oh, and there's Mendes' first ball. Followed that one a little bit. The oohs and ahs from the field. But how important is it for the men's and women's teams to be pretty closely aligned, do you think?
Yeah, it's really good. It's important because well bowled. It does give you that sort of sense of we are one team, one community, and we're all working towards, you know, similar goals. We both want to be full member nations, and in fact the girls got to spend some time with the men out there was fantastic.
Ooh, just beating the bat once again there, Leask.
Yeah,
beautifully bowled.
The men have been to obviously World Cups, and they have that wealth of experience and knowledge that they could share with the girls that were out there, and yeah, it can only make them better and us better, as uniting as one. We've not really had that in the past, and it was good to see that the girls took the opportunity and the men took the opportunity as well.
Terrific first over there from Leask. 1 for 1, off 1. Beautifully symmetrical. So 1, 2, 4 for 1 off 23 now, Sri Lanka. Partnership is just starting to motor along, broken. New batsman at the crease. Karunaratne still looking well set. 41 off 57.
I think it's fantastic we can access facilities such as LANKA now. Just, you know, 3-hour trip, you've got great weather, great facilities to train at, the gym, the pool. Yes, we're really lucky to have that at our disposal. It's just things like that that's just it just makes everything a lot more professional, and is building up to us getting better as a team and as a unit.
Yeah, it's very different to a rainy night at Myerside, I would say.
Here's what. And just not quite timed away, but just down for a single there, picked up by Sharif.
It's good to get that warm weather under your belt as well. I mean, in England sometimes it is absolutely roasting, but yeah, when you go away to these foreign countries, it's another level, and some people's bodies don't take to it quite as well as others, but
And of course you were both out in Thailand, in Sri Lanka, of course.
Yes.
Playing qualifying tournaments as well.
So humid. You never mind worrying about doing your skills. Sometimes you just need to remember how to breathe.
Yeah.
When you're but yeah, it's all good experiences which help you as a player.
That's what.
But yeah, I'll be interested to see how a lot of the teams from Asia, Bangladesh, Thailand, fare when they come up to Scotland in September, because we've really only played them in their sort of backyards or nearby to them. So it'll be really interesting to see how they cope with the balmy 12 degrees.
Yes.
If any of them are watching, bring your winter woolies.
Don't tell them that, we want them.
I noticed that on Friday when we had a beautiful sunny day and came down and watched Sri Lanka training, all in beanie hats, which they gone out and bought.
It's funny you say that.
Used to work there for McLeod, but just keeping the batsman honest there, sending Karanarate back to his crease.
A few years ago I was out in New Zealand and Sri Lanka were touring there. I think it was Boxing Day at Hagley Oval. .30 degrees, everyone's in festive spirits, getting sunstroke on the banks, and the Sri Lankans all had their woolly knitted playing vests on because apparently there was a light breeze which was chilling them. So
different world.
Yeah.
Different world. Good from what? Yeah, he's bowled well again, Mark Watt. It's just 23, conceded off the 5 overs so far. So 127 for 1 from 24 now. Kusha Mendes just off the mark with a single. Karunaratne still there, looking pretty solid on 43. So projected score at the moment 264. Current run rate, so
that's gettable.
That's below par for Grange, I'd say. Maybe a run a ball here is probably minimum. I don't know. Would you agree?
Yeah,
300s?
Certainly. I think you're looking at least 300 as being par. Yeah. I'd say these days. It'll be interesting to see when Scotland do come out to chase this, how they go about it. There's Leask. This Karunaratne whips another one away there. Another couple. He's looked very solid, the captain, playing his first ODI since 2015, of course.
Ooh, your fielding positions are flying at me. That's that wind Sam was talking about.
Looking for a drive there, not quite timing it. It's Leask again, combative character. Mendes looking to give himself room, but finding the fielder. I think Scotland will be quite happy just keeping it to these worked singles and so on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Protecting the boundaries at the Grange is so important. We've said one or two short boundaries.
Yeah, the bowlers do seem to be doing a good job at the moment of bowling to their fields. They've got their sweepers in the positions that they need them, and yeah, the tight lines seem to be doing the trick at the moment, keeping things under control.
Giving a bit more air.
I was just about to say, not allowing Sri Lanka to hit out.
Yes.
I think Mendes' eyes lit up there when he saw that one, but straight to the fielder.
Sri Lanka 132 for 1.
So 132 from 25. Okay, so we're just going to have a wee commentary change here. So colleague Ian Leggett's going to come back on.
Well,
and
Jake Perry out and myself back in. As we see Mark Watt bowling here. He got that wicket. And there's the 50.
Second 50 in 1 day.
For the captain. The last time he got his 50, he was over here at the Grange scoring 60. It's been a very controlled, measured innings from the captain on his return to ODI cricket. We're going to have another guest in here as we're going to bring in the CEO of Cricket Scotland as Mark Watt comes in again. And just clipped away there. Lovely little shot. Brimming with confidence there. Tom Sole chucks it in. A little run out opportunity there. It was a little tight. Getting the applause from his teammates. Score currently right now 138 for 1. Great opening partnership there with the youngster scoring a fantastic half century. Waddy again in. Bringing in there, another little just clipped away off the hip. Picked up nicely there from Sole again. Scotland looking to build momentum on that wicket. Encouraging. Bit of aggression in the field there. Just coming up now as I introduce another guest here. Malcolm Cannon, CEO of Cricket Scotland. How are you doing today?
Delighted to be here, and it's at least we've got some sunshine and got some cricket off today, which is fantastic.
Well, in comes Waddy again. A little fast wrist action there. Memories of June, I'm sure will be in Malcolm's mind after Waddy, and a little game-changing performance again as he comes in again. It's batsman again. Missed diving opportunity there from the fielder. Big arm in there. Crossy again. A couple of loose opportunities out in the field today. 3 drop catches from the Scotland players in the first 20 overs. Not good to see. As I said, we're looking to strike again. Final ball of the over. The Sri Lankan ODI captain on return, scoring a half century here. A lovely bit of batting there. Controlled. Ends the over. There we are. As we look, 141 for 1 at the end of the 26. Malcolm, now we can properly chat. How are you?
I'm very well. Absolutely delighted to be here. It's a little bit of an experiment doing this from Grange, but it's working very well, and I think it's fantastic to have you guys covering the match.
Well, you just alluded to it recently. It hasn't been the most fortunate of weather for you guys over the last couple of days, and I'm sure that the circumstances can be understood by anyone, but if you were to explain to a listener why it's so important for these games to go underway for Cricket Scotland.
Yeah, there's two real key parts to that. Obviously, we need more wins against full members and top 10 full members, and obviously Sri Lanka and Afghanistan are both top 10s. But secondly, it costs us a lot of money when no cricket takes place. We still have to pay for the setup. We still have to pay refunds to anyone who's bought a ticket and doesn't see any cricket. So it's a financial cost to us as well as an opportunistic cost.
Well, Ali Evans coming in from the pavilion end. That long stride of Evans. Just clipped away off the hip again. Just for a single. Picked up by Mark Watt out there in the field. So the reason we really want to have you on today is to chat about September and the Euro T20 Slam.
Yeah, great opportunity. It's a fascinating new concept, which obviously is mimicking what's been done around the world. We are delighted to be part of it, and I think it's going to be a very, very exciting event for the next at least 10 years. And this is the inaugural one. So we host 6 franchises here in September.
Evans again. into Mendes. That's a wonderful little pull shot there. Stopped on the field. Good bit of fielding, much to the delight of the crowd at the Grange here. It must, as a CEO, it must bring you so much joy taking a step back, and we're on the pavilion here, so we got a view of the whole ground. But as someone that is in charge of this organisation, seeing a crowd in international cricket, where are the feelings there?
It's wonderful. The Grange club itself and the ground staff do such a...
As Evans comes in, little strike, and just clipped off. A little appeal.
I think the ground staff at the Grange do a fantastic job. It always looks a picture, so it's very important that we get cricket away. It's fantastic to see the support that Scotland get every home game. We always seem to fill the seats, which is fantastic, and I think it's well worth. Oh, that was very close.
It was a very close opportunity there. Just pitched up, quite short. It does on this kind of wicket. Really favours the batsmen, as we've been saying all day. Evans again. Bounces again. Big hit there. Rolls out to the boundary. Picked up by Munsey. Deep mid wicket. Well, we are what Jake and I always, and we've been, waxing lyrical about this all day. It is one of the nicest spots in the world to watch international cricket, or any game of cricket, whether a regional game or a nice, East League game on a Saturday between Grange and Carlton. As Evans again, now into the captain, Karuna Ratney. Strike well, just rolled down to the boundary, but again, Scotland's got a fielder out there. Mark Watt got it covered. 145 for 1 in the 27th over. So how long has this slam been, the Euro T20 slam, been in the talks?
Yeah, we've been talking about it for about a year now. Obviously, pulling together 3 member associations is not easy with a third-party investor. It's quite a complex deal, but obviously we're there and we're looking forward to it now.
Evans again, into Mendes this time. The sun's shining, he's big peel there, he wants bat on ball. As he holds his head in his hands, they really are searching for an opportunity here, Scotland. They want to pick up a second wicket and build a bit of momentum. But again, the Sri Lankan batting side just grinding in here as we reach the end of the over. As we've got joined by Malcolm Cannon, the CEO of Cricket Scotland. So it's been in the talks. All organisations organised this together. Who's it being run by? Who's the committee on the organisation running it?
Effectively, the driving force behind this is very much Cricket Ireland. They are the full member who can sanction such an event, and as a result, we are joining forces with them to make it happen. But Woods are the investor from India. So it's a combination of all 4 of us actually making it happen. And I think as we get closer and closer, we realise just what a scale this is going to be. Not only the quality and quantity of people wanting to get involved as marquee players, but very much the scale of the operation in terms of 3 different sites over 33 games, which is 3 and a bit weeks of work, broadcast, 24 camera setups. It's a massive operation.
So am I right in thinking, after looking at the website, which you can check this out on the Euro T20 Slam website for all the information, they've also got social media, it's going to be blocks of games at each ground. What was the thought behind that decision? Does it just make financial sense?
I think it's a combination of financial sense, but also taking cricket to each of the home nations, so that the home fans get to see cricket in their backyard. So it starts off in Netherlands, then it comes here to Scotland, and then it ends up in Ireland.
Well, in September we're going to be seeing the likes of Mark Watt possibly bowling against Brendan McCullum as he comes in here against the ODI captain. Nice little bit of fielding there by McLeod. Just in short. Waddy's gone for 32 off his 6 overs so far. ODI captain Karuna Ratney on 57. In comes Watt. Picked up well again. Bit of aggression in the field. There's a little smile on Mark Watt's face there. Maybe trying to get the best of him, break up this partnership again and strike again. And there we are. A little time for a run with Safi just coming in there. So was it important when they were organising this, they wanted to make it a marquee event? They wanted to bring in the stars? Or would it have been enough for it to be, you know, a tri-nation European league?
We've tried that before. We had the North Sea Series several years ago. We've obviously had the tri-nations out in Netherlands last year with national sides. But in terms of franchise, this is the last big hurrah. If you look around the world, in terms of franchisees' opportunities to get involved, everywhere else is already done. So this is the last one. Northern Europe is certainly an attractive opportunity for any sport. As we know, we take our sport very seriously in Europe. So this is a great chance to get involved.
Well, Mendes facing up here. He's got a high score of 102 in versus Bangladesh in 2017. What again? Oh, that's a lovely little shot there. Is it going to reach the boundary? The fielder's chasing after it. And that's a 4.
And that brings up the 150 in the 28th over.
Just hear off the announcer there. 150 for the Sri Lankan team in the 23rd over. Lovely little shot there, well controlled by Mendes. Just rolls away past the fielder there, not enough legs on it. Swatty there, like we said, memories of his bowling performance against England last year in June. Can he conjure up something here? Again, just played nicely by Mendes. Looking very controlled, the Sri Lankans, looking like a visiting team that mean business. It's like you said, these Euro tournaments, these T20 tournaments have been around the world now. How long have you wanted, as personally, to get a tournament in? As what comes again? Missed the opportunity, but wide is the call there. Crossy opens his arms wide as well. That's often what Matt Cross does. Stretches them out wide, very vocal behind the stumps. Like I said, how long have you personally wanted to get a tournament going here? As what again? Ends the over, and it's looking like it might be another boundary. Costa's chasing that hard. Not enough legs, ending on a 4 for the end of the over.
Yeah, we've been discussing the opportunities around this for some time, but it makes it very difficult because as associate members we don't have sanction rights. Therefore, we would have to tie up with a full member to get an ICC sanction for such an event. When Ireland came talking to us, it was absolute manna from heaven, because this was our opportunity to get involved, to give our players an opportunity to play with world greats, to give our fans an opportunity to raise the profile of cricket still further, and to give the world a view of Scottish and Dutch cricket, which they need to see.
I love that, and if we're just looking at here the partnership between Karunaratne and Mendes, 33 or 35 here again. They're building a solid foundation after they lost Fernando. A wonderful half century from the 21-year-old. As we see the clouds in Edinburgh, blue and grey, typical Edinburgh day. Evans bowls one. Another single there for the Sri Lankan team. This University of Aberdeen, second ODI at the Grange. So, personal memories of watching cricket at the Grange, Malcolm. Where are they ranking?
Well, I've ranked last June as the greatest sporting day of my life, and I've been to the Olympics, I've been to the Commonwealth Games, I've been fortunate enough to play at Murrayfield, I've watched Calcutta Cup victories.
Oh, really? Play at Murrayfield?
Yeah.
What was that? What happened there?
Playing against South African legends for...
As Evans puts one into Mendes there. A lovely little shot there. Rolls out again to the boundary. Picked up by Munsey. He's going to be licking his lips at the wicket on display today. The big power hitter for Scotland. As Evans again. He's now gone for 30. No wickets off his 4 overs so far. Unfortunately dropped the catch mid-off early on as well. So he'll be seeking to maybe find something here and conjure something up. There we go, Leeski picks up again. So you were playing South African legends?
Yeah, I played for Scottish legends against South Africa legends at rugby at Murrayfield a few years back.
And you were counted as a legend?
Yeah, it was a very bizarre definition of the word legend, but certainly know that. And yeah, taking athletics very seriously, going to various European tournaments, but that ranks up against everything.
Evans again. Straight down the ground, but not enough on it. Just kind of mistimes that, Mendes there. did make his Test debut at 20 years old after making 16 first-class innings. The wicket-keeper batsman is only 24 years old, but he's played 62 matches and made 1,626 runs. So he's doing all right for himself. But that must have been special.
It was
walking out through the tunnel.
Oh no, that was also very special.
As Evans comes in. Again, just a little edge on there, but he plays it well enough just to get it out to the fielder on the boundary. As Marquardt delivers it to cross.
But I think that last June, certainly, for anyone that was here, and the number seems to go up every time I speak to people. Everyone I know was here.
15,000 people.
Exactly, we squeezed a lot of people into the ground that day. But it will stay in a lot of people's memories, because not only was Grange in exceptional state that day, the crowd were the 12th man, without a doubt. And we got over the line against the old enemy, and that's something which doesn't happen very frequently in any sport.
Now it's the ODI captain, Karunaratne, facing up on 59. Big little slap of the bat there. What a wonderful stroke there. Gets him into the 60s. He's on the 61. Slap of the bat there, almost like a golf swing. Rolls through the covers. Now they move on a 164 for 1. The end of the over as the fielders go around. So cricket in Scotland, now we can sit here and know personally well that it's a popular sport. It's played by so many people, but to maybe someone out there thinking why we should be playing Scotland, why we should be playing cricket in this time of year, to someone that may not believe that Scotland's a very cricketing country. But what do you say to that?
Well, I think it's important that we share just how popular cricket is, how many people actually play it. We have as many registered players as does rugby, and I think that makes a few people's eyebrows go up. It's not a readily known fact. So
if you were to give a pitch to someone about why they should be coming to this Euro T20 Slam, what would it be?
I think come and experience what is the sporting phenomenon of the 21st century so far. 2020 cricket, in terms of an invention, has completely changed the face of a sport, and I think it mimics changes in any other sport which are unique. But I think get along and experience it. It's entertainment. It's not just sport. It's high entertainment. It's high octane. These are phenomenal athletes.
Well, we're going to see some of the best players in the world possibly at the Grange this September, and that's not including the Scotland team. Michael Leask comes in at a wicket taker. Michael Leask grabs the wicket of Fernando earlier on in the game, got the breakthrough for them. He's come in for the injured Berrington, so he's looking to seize an opportunity here. Got 1 wicket from his 2 overs, 6 dots. Just steers a little run there as Craig Wallace picks up the ball there. I always do find it funny when you see the bowler giving the instructions. I wonder what the captain feels like at that moment. Just goes, settle down, settle down.
I think there's a wonderful team ethos just now with the Scotland side, that it really is one for all and all for one. We're talking about drop catches, but they'll all feel that. It's not just the individual, because they work so well together, and this is a great squad. Leask,
beautiful little scoop there. Rolls away to the boundary into the hospitality tent. Wonder who's going to drop their glass of wine and pick that ball up there. As a wonderful little shot there from the ODI captain, Karunaratne. He's already passed his highest ODI score, previously made at the Grange in 2011, where he scored 60. He is really seizing this opportunity and taking this innings by both hands. Leask again. Wonderful little little dink forward there. Well, like you said, the team environment right now does seem some of the best it's ever been. Now, the appointment of Shane Bergener, of course, you must have been behind that heavy-handedly. How impressive was he as a candidate?
Extremely well spoken of. He interviewed very well. He's got a great background.
Leask again. Little sweep.
And though it's early days, I think he's pulled together the squad even more than they were together before. So there's a terrific feeling amongst the squad, and I think that's leaked into the women's squad as well, because obviously they spent some time together in LANKA. They're working well as a broader squad.
Well, Sri Lanka's looking to make a little bit of hayway here. Comes down the wicket, glances, looking for one. Are they going to run two? Get a bit of fielding here. That's good batting all round now. That's good cricket. That's what we like to see in this ODI. So the summer of Scottish cricket, as it's been labelled today, it's the first time I've ever heard that. But it really is a summer of international cricket. Now, it was meant to kick-start properly with these 4 ODIs. Now, of course, you know, we're playing our second one just due to the weather, but so much cricket for people to enjoy.
Well, we're hosting 10 ODIs, men's ODIs, for the first time ever in Scotland. That's a massive operational ask, but it's also a great opportunity to watch cricket. 4 now, 6 in August up in Aberdeen. We're hosting the Women's Global Qualifier, which is a great honour up in Dundee.
Evans now. Wonderful bit of bowling there, just caught, stops the ball dead on. There you go, that's the pressure. A little smile of Kyle Costa, the captain there. But they are looking to just create an opportunity. Cannot let another partnership build upon what they created in the wonderful opening partnership between the youngster, Fernando, and the experienced captain of Karunaratne. But this is a Sri Lankan side that bats deep, the likes of Angelo Matthews coming up as well, a name that we all are all too familiar with. Wonderful little flick there through the covers, and that is going to go for 4. A wonderful shot there.
And with that boundary, that brings up the 50 partnership between Karunaratne and Kusum Mendes.
And I'm sure you heard that on the announcer there. That's the 50 partnership between these 2 batsmen. Looking very, very strong at the crease indeed. Bit of hands on hips for the Scotland players right now. But like you said, the CWC.
Yeah, the Cricket World Cup qualifier for the women is in August in Dundee, and then obviously the guys go to UAE in October for the World T20 qualifier as well. So I think that in itself, even if you didn't count the Euro Slam, which is happening in August and September between the 3 nations, is a lot of cricket. Add the Slam to it, and there's a